right. Oh. Not really sure how long the stream will be. I just sort of threw this on. Like, to be honest, I just got done with the really long road trip. Like, I got in the car at 4. That's really been an 8-hour road trip. Oh, well, yeah, like I said, don't know how long they'll be streaming for, but I felt like I was trying to, or should attempt to make some progress. I'm actually not really entirely sure what I'm even be working on right now. Just because, am I working on the fluid tank? Because the whole reason why I had the fluid tank is so that I would leave this always running. But there's no way right now I can fuel this with enough steam or power. So, it might just be the best bet to move on to step 3, which is a lathe. So, I guess let's get started. think what else. I don't think we have any red alloy at the minute. We also don't have any tin cables. So, I guess first things first, make some redstone. Should be enough. So I can get this out my inventory. Work on copper now. I should have got glass being worked on. Oh well. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, not really sure how long. Oh, okay. Didn't realize we just had so much iron right there. Or copper. But yeah. When you said, oh wait, I don't even need redstone for and I am really out of it. Jeez. I guess that's what happens to you when you're on an 8-hour long road trip. And then the first thing you do is you stream. I do need a tin. Um, I don't need too much iron either. I just need 2 for I need 6. Alright. Tin, iron, tin, iron. Alright. Let me just get all that out. We need a few more. I actually need quite a lot more. Luckily, it's not that hard to make a rubber. Thank you. Wait, don't I have to make 2 circuits? I do. That means I need to, well, first things first. 2 sulfur. Let's make some more rubber. Turn everything into cable. So we get a circuit assembler. However, that is a little too far in the future. Ugh. River's made. Fluid output. Won't be enough, unfortunately. So we have to go through all the red cable. Maybe? There you go. Is that working? Ribs? I really should not have decided to stream after being in the car for like 8 hours. Dedication to the grind. But how are you? Alright. A wrought iron. All of them do need to be filed. Let me, I need 2 more iron. Really wish I could do this, but I don't. Well, it's not that expensive, actually. Alright. Let me go grab our cables out, make our 2 motors. Four plates. Yeah. Soon we'll be able to save on not really that many more resources, actually. Just because what we'd be trying to save on is steel. But we don't really have a way of processing steel dust effectively. Where can I just throw my withering dust? Carbon. There you go. Glory of an organized base. That's what I mean by that. The lack of. Alright. Got wood pulp right now. It's a shame we can't make all those wood planks. We could just upgrade our power. It's not going to be too horrible, too. But that's effort. And there's, like, no effort exuding from me this stream. Throw the knife somewhere. Pipe, random red alloy cable. Alright. We're going to make some more tin cables, because you're never gonna have enough. Since we already have the diamond, we just need the 2 circuit boards. So I guess I should cross stuff off of our list. I don't have a check, so I'll chew an X. Good enough. Alright. Run over here with our tin. Wire mill. Whoa. Separators. No, welcome to the stream. How's your stream, Daddy Diddy? So if you guys are wondering what I'm working on, this is the Garden of Grind challenge for gregtech New Horizons. Basically, just take gregtech New Horizons and make it Skyblock when it wasn't meant to be Skyblock. That's good to hear. Audio. But yeah, what were you streaming? Mind me asking. Yeah. Thanks. I'm making good progress. I've had like a little spurt of motivation because I finally surpassed the second place world in this challenge, even though I'm sitting here in LV. Second place world. Ah, alright. Yeah, how's that world coming along? Good progress? Can't really do much with that. Yeah. Hey, someone has to prove it's possible. Well, minus, order in the other world. Just have to document the pain. But yeah, just for those that are curious, I'll do a quick little tour of the base. There isn't really too much. Here's our manual XP farm on Garden Grind. Basically, the only way you can get easy resources is with the XP bucket crafting. So, sort of crucial for early game Garden Grind. Recently, I got the thing automated over here. So, we got this. I don't have the power supply, but pretty soon I'm hoping to get a bonsai crop manager to run wood into the boiler tank to be able to produce enough power to fuel that. But yeah. Right now we are working on getting a lathe just so we can cut down on some of our resource spending. Like right now, we are losing out on a fair amount of resources when it comes to the steel rods for the vacuum tubes. But now that is going pretty good. I was wondering where the red alloy went. This is the one we want. So get some glass tubes. Oh wait, we're out of glass right now. Alright. Thanks. You have a good one. And also thanks for the raid. Alright. Oh, thank God we have emeralds. Not many. We're going to have to get some more in a little bit. We're definitely going to need more because I have to reset this dude's trades. Alright. I came in here without blocks. Alright. So that right there. I really need to get a actual powered alloy smelter. Or even macerator at this point. Macerator. We don't have the stuff for it, seeing that we're struggling to make a lathe, but obviously alright, throw that in there. Because I think it might just be best to start making stuff in here. So, we do need more refined glue. So, let's just get that being produced. However, if we don't want the auto outputting. Hey, thanks for the follow, Spooky Jordan. Why is my notification thing not working right now? Looks like I'll have to fix that in a little bit. But thanks for the follow. Got our glass tubes. We'll just try to make these in bulk. Where's their file? Am I blind? There. Alright, what next do we need? Just copper wire? And what does it want? 5. Some of that being produced. Alright. We still do need, just because we're going to be making this in bulk, let's make a couple more glass tubes. I think we had enough with the 8 steel that we are producing. But yeah, so if you guys are curious about the whole implications of this challenge from just the basic math I explained, Garden Grind is gregtech New Horizons Skyblock. However, we don't even spawn with anything. The way you actually start this challenge is in a void world. So you spawn in, fall to the void, spawn in, fall to the void until you eventually die enough to make a dirt platform for you to survive off of. Then it's basic stuff where you slowly and mind-numbingly grind for a weakness potion from Thalmcraft enemies and a golden apple from Infernals, majority of which will come from the skeletons that spawn from your graves. From there, you try to get a zombie villager to spawn, get one to spawn finally, and then get a dispenser. Hopefully at that point you've encountered a witch. That dropped you redstone, a stick, and then you should have plenty of coal from the Spitfire skeletons. And from there, you get a cookie and arrow and you shoot the villager and save scum your way up until you finally get a lumberjack villager with a good sapling trade. I ended up giving up on mine. I wanted a vanilla sapling, but I gave up with just apple oak. Which, all things to be fair, isn't really that bad. But from there, it's another mind-numbing grind of trying to get crop sticks and ore berries so that you can get bronze, so you can get bronze from copper and tin. But you need to get iron from the rare drops from skeletons or infernals, which takes quite a while. So don't need no adventurer's diary. What can I dump out? But from there, you get the bronze so that you can make an iron tank valve, and then you get the iron to make the iron tank, and then the rest is history once you get enough to make XP buckets and story XP in the tank. There's a couple of like weird things, like lava itself was a really difficult grind, but people ask, I will explain about those, but for right now, it's just a lot. I don't think people want to hear how I had to save some, like, 4 separate villagers to get that crap. Shit was awful. But basically the rest in this world is just history from there. Like, the rest is history. I can get circuits right now, so I don't really want to spend the next couple of minutes just draining XP. I'll get that later. Also, we'll have to get the top layer later. Yeah. So it's it's not Nomicraft per se, it's New Horizons. So it's not built to be Skyblock. However, funny enough is we think it is possible to beat. So it's gregtech but void block, but pretty much Skyblock because you can have that grave spawn beneath you when you die in the void. So, whole big old process. Yeah, right now this is the second farthest world in the challenge. There's only one other person streaming it, and they were originally the second farthest till, I think they might have given up. They're weak. But it's really weird with like the whole rankings of this, because a lot of people that attempt it, most don't get to Steam Age. Like, I think only 4 or 5 worlds have gotten to Steam Age. 3-ish worlds have gotten to LV. And then you have the number 1 world, which is like sort of run in Samsa's server. Like Turtle, Order Set. I think Samsa's played on it, not too much, but a little bit. they're in like Ivy or Eevee right now. So, hey, thanks for the gifted sub, Quintessa. So, but it's been a rough grind, but I'm glad I'm doing it. I find this really fun. Because unlike with regular gregtech, you can go wherever you want. With this, you have to find weird, unique ways of getting stuff. Like the way you got lava is you had to make a clockwork engine to get, like, forestry stuff. And then with that, you had to get Simmercomb from a villager trade, which you used forestry stuff to get phosphor, which you then used to get lava. But to get some of the engines to power the forestry stuff, you needed lapis, so I had to go into Thalmcraft. It was this whole process. Oh, thank you for the other gifted sub, Kavlon. You guys always come in pairs. Alright. Let's make our resistor. They aren't that expensive to make, all things said. Just need some fine wire and regular wire. Do I have... Alright. Got steam going. I need this to be at a 3. And we need to, macerate some charcoal. The rest of our charcoal can go to our very depleting supply of steel. Also, I forgot to mention, thank you for the follow, Wild Tricks. For some reason right now, my follow alerts isn't popping up. So, I'm gonna have to fix that when I end stream. But, yeah. Alright. Charcoal dust. Got a bunch of wire. Run this back through. Wait, no, that's foil. Stupid. It's fine wire. We just need to, run this in at a 3. I'll use this foil later for another, circuit board. Throw this in here. It's really funny. I was not expecting to get this reception or like this many people on stream today. Yeah. Also, once again, thanks for the raid, Daddy Diddy, if you're still around. But it's really funny. I was like really tired. I was sort of thinking of like ending stream like just within like 20 minutes because I got back from a long road trip today, but it's not. Wait, we have enough steel right now. We can make her a lathe. Nice. Our wire cutters can survive for this machine as well. So, how much does this take? Yeah, 72. Alright, I'll just plunger that out. Steel plate. Take it over here. And that is... Oh wait, we need our diamond right now. But with that, we have another thing on our checklist done. This won't really save us too many resources at the moment, but once we get the EBF, it'll be super useful for all the steel we'll be saving. So, I don't like how my backups keep on failing. Another thing I need to look into. Alright, what's next on our list? Let me actually, fix it up. So we just finished lathe. 2 more blast furnaces, as well as more coke ovens. We don't have the charcoal to be able to support another blast furnace, so let's do with the coke ovens first. And with that, we're going to need coke brick. We're going to need a bunch of clay. However, most of our stuff... Oh, we can just alloy smelt it. Alright. So... we need to go get some cobblestone. I really need to get a rock breaker. I think that's what I'll work on once I get the circuit assembler. Well, then again, how hard is it to make a basic rock? That's actually really easy. The only thing is how much power will that consume? That's actually pretty power hungry. I think I'll hold off till I can get the wood bonsai set up going. But yeah. So I do need to right. Sorry about that. I was checking on the status, like the whole browser notification. Right. Let's see how much we've gotten. 52. If each one of these is 2 brick, so we get 26 bricks. That's not a lot. So important resources over here. Alright. Let's get clay up and going. I think we get a 3 clay dust to 4. Although I'm not sure the ratio. Wait, no, I think it's 2 to 3. Alright. So grab some water. I really need to get a water tank over here. Just so I can repeatedly steal from that instead of having to keep on running through our chests. So this has gone quiet. Alright. Ball mold in. I don't need rotten flesh in here. Throw that over there. Well, let's just get some of this process going. Need bone to repair this. Oh wait, it's flint. Alright. Hold on, let's go get charcoal. There's just always so many things to do. Is this thing running? Do we have enough steam? Are we getting enough charcoal for the steel production? Do we have wood to produce the charcoal? Do we have too much creosote? Have we harvested our stuff lately? Do we have enough iron? Let me... Oh, got a fair amount right there. Whoa, that is slow. I'm glad I got that going. So, let's go get more sand in the background, because I think our best bet is we should make 6 coke ovens. So, 4 more. Let me see how much sand we'll need for that. Um, we actually don't need too much. We need 3 and like 3 stacks and 16. So that's not horrendous. only could do wall sharing with coke ovens. Now the real question is where I'm going to put it all. My small little starter platform is not big enough for this. But isn't this just like, you guys read, the most thrilling content imaginable? Cobblestone mining. However, I'm looking forward for seeing the circuit assembler. Because once we get that, it should be pretty smooth sailing from there, because then we can move into MV. We can set up benzene. So that's going to have to be the main source of power. I don't really see us finding a way to get oil reliably. We are going to have to get it in some way. Actually, I know you can get, like, raw oil. Or, what even... Yeah, oil right there. I can get from oil berries, which I'm probably going to have to get later. Wait, you can get oil from soul sand? Huh. I did not know that. Um... It really depends on what ways you want to go. I haven't made it too far into gregtech New Horizons. The farthest world I've played in, we made it to early HV, but it didn't require too much. This challenge that I'm doing, on the other hand, I know I will have to do a fair share. But from what I know, I don't think you have to do too much magic in late game. Or really early game. I think it's all just some quality of life stuff. So I'm pretty sure you definitely could beat the game with it. I'm just not sure at what parts where you're missing out on, like, some automation or some kind of advantage. Right now, this world is still in LV. But from what I've seen from the regular mod pack, you definitely could get pretty far without magic. There's some stuff you will miss out on, like blood ritual meteors. Those are pretty useful for getting some of the stuff you don't have access to. But you aren't really missing out on too much. Alright. Need more iron for steel. That. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing to do. My warning for a lot of people who pick up mods like gregtech New Horizons or other stuff, don't set your goal for beating the mod. Set your goal on something smaller. That's an ambitious goal, but it's definitely doable. Are you doing your world like in a server or just a solo? Because HV solo is pretty impressive. HV in server is also still impressive. But yeah, then you're crushing it right now. So, oh, we are out of steam. It's not paying attention. But yeah, there's some stuff with Magic that I personally just really dislike. I'm not a big fan of the Magic mods either in any of my modded playthroughs. Fortunately, New Horizons doesn't have some of the worst Magic mods. I personally never like actual sorcery. If a mod has it, it's really hard for me to get into it. And that was mainly because Project Ozone 3 ruined it for me. Just because I didn't like the mod to begin with, but Project Ozone 3, like, Mythic mode relied on it so heavily for all of the crafting recipes. So, I slowly grew to resent the mod. Thalmcraft, I haven't had too much experience with. The warp has me concerned, but I haven't really gotten far enough to have to deal with that much yet. And then Blood Arsenal, I barely play with in any of my mod packs. Yeah. Well, I feel like warp is a unique thing. I just I don't like it in the sense that some stuff's like locked behind it, but I could see it possibly being like, if you want to do this more effective way, you can do research that then gives you warp. Not like, hey, if you want this one thing, you do have to get warp for it to be able to get this one. Although, I haven't had much issue with warp, mainly because in my farthest playthrough, I was the technical, like, machine guy. Well, the other two, one person was bees, and the other person was magic. So, I never really did too much of that. Yeah. Well, there's some good, like, web pages for that. Well, it was a nice team until people would then, like, say, hey, I need power for Steam for something with, like, my bees or something like that. So they waited for me to do everything, and then they gave up on the server with, like, a bunch of half-finished stuff in their inventories. And then they closed down the server and, like, well, what should I do? And then I found this hellhole. Gonna grind. Yes, I can say without a doubt, this is the hardest, like, Minecraft challenge out there. And, well, And by hardest, I mean like hardest to complete. Like anyone could do it, but not anyone could have like the sheer willpower to complete it. Because I'm sure like half a RL craft is harder, but I bet you could beat half a hardcore RL craft before you beat Garden of Grind gregtech. But so the sorry. The thing with the whole Thaumcraft like cryptic stuff, there's some pretty good GitHub information out there that you can just say like, hey, I need to connect this one aspect to another, and it'll just say, oh yeah, this is how you can do in 2 steps, 3 steps, 4. It's pretty nice. I used that for the little bit of Thaumcraft I had to do for this so far, which is that right there. I had to get lazurite seeds for lapis. There is no way to get lapis in this world without me having to get all the way down to blood magic. Also, thank you for the follow. Like, well, I guess you can get from bees, but still. Yeah. Like, one of the things I would have wished for is, like, say, for instance, when you are entering into Thaumcraft, at, like, the very beginning, it would give you, like, a link. So. But I can see the appeal with it in some ways, like, I understand, like, the appeal, like, hey, I want to be a wizard. Deal with all this magic stuff. I just never really get into that stuff. I, got the Hogwarts Legacy game, and I have, like, 20 minutes of playtime. Because that was right around the time my friend invited me to, like, a Factorio world, or I did this challenge. So they never really speak to me. And I will say, some magic mods can be fun in some, like, ways. Like, I may be insane, but in SevTech, I really enjoyed the weird tribal stuff. It wasn't really magic, per se, but there's not really much I could describe it as that isn't magic. Yeah, that's fair. But I feel like Filmcraft adds a nice touch to New Horizons. Like, I wouldn't wish it wasn't in here. It just can be annoying at sometimes. Like, I feel like gregtech did magic bots pretty well. Because I feel like if you're in gregtech, you're here for, like, the machines, you're here for, like, the really complex power systems and assembly lines you have to do. But it's nice to be able to take, like, a break and be like, let me dive into magic. I wish I could do some more stuff with this, but I can't really get any of it. The only reason why I have so much of the stuff is I farmed mobs with a weapon. I'm trying to think. What was the enchantment? It's like Elder's Wisdom or something. But I basically used that, and every time you would kill a mob, you have a chance of getting random aspects and elements from it. So I don't do the generic way with the weird looking lens. Also, sorry if I'm like sort of out of it. Normally my streams have like 3 or 4 viewers. I'm not used to having so many. And it had happened on the one day I decided to stream after getting back from an 8-hour long road trip. Like, I started stream probably 20 minutes after I got out of the car. So... I find it funny. How much sand do we have right now? Should be good for a bit. Also, I'm running out of wood. Bonsais aren't ready yet. Also, we have a good stockpile, but I would like more. Alright. Well, we do need more clay right now. That should actually be enough. We don't need too much more clay. Like, we just needed three stacks and 16. I'm not sure how much we've already gotten. Also, we keep on getting really fortunate that we have... I'm not trying to plan that out, but we keep on getting the exact amount of water buckets. Oh. For, the... Oh, having a stroke. The coke oven stuff. So, I do need some more sticks right now. I just... We're going to have to make some more dirt pretty soon. Just because our row of bonsai right now is not cutting it for us. I'm quickly looking at something. Second. Alright. Yeah, I don't think I could have lasted on this challenge without forestry tables. With all the XP bucket crafting I have to do, it would have been horrible. Like at that point, he just would have said, no, run's impossible. Kill it. Yeah. It's the history behind it is it's not like a Skyblock one, it's the challenge. It's sort of impossible. Oh, no, this is actually completely legitimate. I haven't had to cheat anything in yet. Um, before they added the some more stuff with bees and like the aviaries and even late game like nano bots, this was theorized to be impossible without starting with anything. However, right now, this is fully legitimate. Like, there was an issue at one point where we couldn't get lenses. Or not even lenses, like the exquisite gems. Because that was a horrible roadblock for us. I didn't have to experience it because I'm sort of late on this challenge. Because right now, there's 3 active worlds that I know of doing this challenge. You have my world. I'm the second farthest world, not player. You have Dyed Quartz, who's right behind me. He just barely entered LV, which is still pretty impressive. And then you have Turtle and Order Set, and like Zamsa, Lazy Flash, like a bunch of people, and they're the farthest world in like EV, IV. When it comes to this challenge, I feel wrong saying Samsa. Samsa's the one who sort of like organized the whole thing, but he hasn't really done too much on the Garden Grind world. As you know, he's sort of just a baller. But so back with the whole lens. Right now, you can actually get the stuff. I'm not sure how they worked around the issue with being exquisite. It's the issue with the lens. Let's say, for instance, like I want my emerald lens. You have to lay the exquisite emerald. However, they then changed it so you need just an emerald plate, which is so much nicer. And I can just get that from a cutting machine. Before they added that recipe, the only way was an exquisite emerald, which was one of the items you had to cheat in. Well, I'm not sure how far in the Ballers run is. I haven't paid attention. I've been on a trip for like the past 4 days. But last I heard, they already had like an ME system. And the world had only been up for like a couple days at that point. Right now I'm sure they're well into like, if I were to guess, IV, LUV. Oh. So they are far. But yeah. So back with more like the whole world challenge. Um I'm I like to wear this as like a badge of honor. I'm the only legitimate run of this challenge because both like Ordered's world, the really far one, and Dyed Courts, their worlds, they cheated in their villagers. They couldn't save scum just because they found it boring, and also I understand Ordeset, they had a server with multiple people, and it sort of is hard to save scum backups on a server. But I've saved scum for all of these villagers, so I haven't had to cheat in anything yet. I keep on saying yet because I still might have to in the future if I come across like an unforeseen challenge. Like, you never know, like, what if getting, I don't know, osmium is impossible? Something like that. Because the other thing with this challenge, you're not allowed to go to other dimensions. So, like right now, I could go to the Nether, but that would be breaking the challenge's rules. Or I could try to possibly get some stuff like a rubber tree from loot bags, but opening loot bags is breaking the rules of the challenge. So, yeah. Yeah. One of the weirdest ways I have to get resources, so you guys may think it's weird that my main way of getting resources is XP and buckets. I'm actually working on one of the more important things, which are scrap boxes. Yeah. So plenty of crops and bees. However, right now, we are working towards getting this scrap box. And the way you get scrap box is you get a recycler and just throw in a bunch of crap items into it, and you eventually will get enough scrap boxes that you then open up and hope you get what you want. The issue is right now we have a roadblock to making the electric blast furnace. And that roadblock is... Let me go down to the crafting thing. Wait, no, it's not that. It's in the coils. Right here. Luminar silicate wool. I don't have a way of getting ruby or sapphire. I also don't have a way of getting any quartz. The only quartz I can get is Cetus quartz from a villager I have. But the only way I can get sapphire is I have to crush it from an actual sapphire. That's flawed. Hold on. Right here. But the only way I can get sapphire is a scrap box. So, if I want an electric blast furnace, I need to get a recycling and scrap box line up ASAP. And that's actually what a lot of this whole list of stuff is for. Is I'm trying to get a circuit assembler just to make, obviously, the circuits cheaper. But to get the stuff for it, I have to make like mixers or distilleries and the plant fiber assembly line. Ugh. That's going to be the best way to produce the scrap. Just because plant fiber, you get like half a stack from a sapling. Yeah. I just automate a way of making knives, I automate a way of getting saplings, and boom. Throw that into a auto workbench, and I'm producing half a stack of scrap material every sapling. And I think it's like around 8 to 16 items to produce one scrap box, so this should be 4 to 2 scrap boxes right there. Ah, fuck. Oh, I already repaired it. Do I not have a way of harvesting this? Uh... I have an idea. Also, if I get any loot bags, I just have to throw them into the void. Maybe I should store them, and then if I, by some miracle, ever beat this challenge, open them all up at, like, the very end and just see what I get. Alright. We are about to run out of iron in the blast furnaces, so... And it's our next thing to produce. Alright. Sleep well. Have a good one. Maybe I should make some cook ovens down the bottom. Do like a double decker. Although then again, I feel like I would forget about them. Throw that in right there. Alright, that should supply our blast furnaces for a little while. We really just need a lot of steel, because once we get the blast furnaces up and running, we'll want to have wood just easily at hand for the coke ovens. But the only issue with that is we don't really have a good way of getting wood right now that isn't bonsais. So we're gonna have to make another crop manager. Like, just smack it down right here. right next to our Essence Berry area. The issue with those is they are really expensive to make. Like, I think a crop manager for us is over like a stack of steel. And I definitely do not have that in easy access right now. Also, if I were to, guess... Alright, our trees are grown. So, this is too intense right now. About... I'm gonna throw in some Factorio OST in the background. Can't go wrong with that. Uh-huh. Alright. Should also probably just collect my sticky resin. But I will say, it's a little bit loud right now. Oh. Something up with my Wi-Fi? It's not. That really confused me. My computer went into night mode, where it tints everything orange, and I thought a blood moon just happened. It don't really affect me because there isn't any spawnable spots on my base, but still. Might as well keep the balance. I have to go through a lot of clay for the blast furnace. Did it again. You just barely have enough clay. Alright. Another coke oven. One off the edge. Right. So we need enough to make 2 more. I realized this entire stream would just be... Well, we did make a lathe, so I guess this whole stream is solely dedicated to the coke ovens. However, I guess it'll be useful for our benzene production in the future. Because we are... I don't see us powering our base with any other way right now. Like, maybe if I'm a masochist, I could go just fully steam and run Kerso and charcoal into two separate, like, 3x3 railcraft boilers. But then why would I do that when I just have the answer? Which is benzene. Alright. I don't even need to consume these. I don't want to send the XP drain right now. I just fill my inventory up and turn on my auto XP harvester where I have R repeatedly being pressed and just have my right click held down. We probably could reach like level 100 with all the essence bears we got right now. Not in this harvest, but because we have our auto chest just sitting by. Consume them on the way over. Add to the collection. Right. We no longer need to produce any more clay. Now I just need a... Wait. We haven't had carrots for a while, so... Maybe this was the one food out of our cycle. No, it wasn't. Have we had water chestnuts recently? Potatoes? Those water chestnuts that were costing us our 100 bars. So now I should be able to, yeah. So have I not gotten wood for you? I have not. Tripling our charcoal production in one stream. Pretty good progress. as well as a new machine. Although, depending on how tired I am when I finish making all of our coke brick, I should just be able to move on. Why did I have a uneven number? Wait. I am really glad I can get service quartz, because that appears to be the only way we would be able to mix it. You know. Also, thank you for the follow, Laszlo. Alright, 8 charcoal from there, 8 E. Alright. A little bit more coke oven. Alright. No, we are no longer producing steam right now. I really just need to get LV alloy right now. Is that on my list? It is. However, farther down. How hard is it to even make? Because I guess I could be working on this while we just wait for the stuff to produce. The only thing is how truly necessary is it? So, 8 copper for the wire around this, 9 steel. We already have all the vacuum tubes. It's not going to be that bad to make. It's just we don't really need it yet. I just don't see anything that we could really use it for at the moment. It's the only stuff we use the alloy smelter for is making glass tubes, red alloy, and coke oven. Seeing that we're already this far, wouldn't really make too much sense. I'm trying to think. We're doing pretty well on steel right now. Actually, I take that back. We probably have enough for an alloy smelter, then we'd be completely out of steel again. However, when making the fire brick, I don't really see much of a cheaper way. So that's the wrong kind of concrete. concrete, which we can make easily in bulk with a mixer. However, how do we make a mixer? That actually is really tempting. Because that'll save us a lot of pain when it comes to producing the fire brick. Because we would be getting like 2.3 of the amount for every, if we put it in. Although, I won't be able to take it out with the bucket and craft. So I will have to just craft it directly into the assembler. But still, that should be 2 each. Yeah. 2 per recipe. Mixer won't really help. Only thing that, if we really find a good way of getting brick, which don't have a good way. Alright. Waste torch up here. 8 more, and then we can have another coke oven up. So this should definitely be more than enough charcoal for 4 blast furnaces. Because we're able to keep up with supply and demand with only 2 for 2. Might actually be able to use the blocks of charcoal now. Having the stuff actually produce more effectively. Heavens forbid. Effective steel? Oh, sounds like a nightmare. Oh no. Also need to start centrifuging out more of the dark ashes. So make burn cords with it. However, what can I do with just regular ash? Solarium. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Ooh, never mind that. I was gonna say we could throw that in right now. However, that's a disgusting amount of power for right now. That's the second or 6th most expensive recipe for this stage of the game. That's plutonium. So that and getting the stone dust. Which is how we're going to have to get a lot of, like, how do we get potassium, magnesium. We do get quartzite from it, which isn't necessarily that bad. Yeah. It's such an expensive and power-hungry recipe. Alright. Another coke oven up. Now what? I could throw it in right here. Slowly just take over this box. Don't really have any use for it now. Just feels weird. It's like a part of our history. But then again, you know what they say. Out with the old, in with the new. A few more. This is actually going to be pretty close. I'm not sure if we have enough, but I don't really want to get more right now. So, hopefully it's enough. I guess we should also just get started on a mixer. We're going to say screw the list and we're going to move on to step 10 before hitting 3.5. Although, it really needs lists. We don't really need... It's not an expensive recipe. I do need to centrifuge sticky resin. So I need glue for another board. Because, alright, circuit 6. Yeah, just foil and plate. Grab plunger. Don't have use for refined glue at the moment. Oh wait, we did, because we needed a second one. We need one more wood plank. Once we get 2 steam turbines back here, I'm going to do the 64 wood plank recipe. And then we're just going to bulk make circuit components. Pretty cheap recipe. The only issue with it is I need more emeralds. of like an emerald block anywhere? No. Used up all those a long time ago. Does anyone want to buy something from me? Coins for emeralds, then. And also gold. We only need a little bit of glass right now. So. You, one of you... I hate villagers. Alright. We do need 2 more plates. I need to get some more wrought iron. Put that over there. Don't need random stuff cluttering my inventory. Alright. That's all the iron we'll need. The only thing we're lacking right now is just red alloy cable. Which we now have an alloy, our alloy furnace ready. We still need a fair amount more. So, how many more do we need? 11? So we need 21 more sand, 21 more clay. I only need 21. that out. Alright. That out. Oh, I don't want to turn our juice into plates. Right, now we can use the plunger on that. Our inventory is so cluttered. But then again, I feel like that's the name of gregtech. Inventory and storage clutter until you get assembler. Man, what am I going on about? An MV machine. Or MV system. Jeez. I can really tell my lack of sleep is hitting me hard. Speaking gibberish over here. Alright. Put it up there. Alright. Just need a little bit more clay. But now we should no longer have a charcoal deficit. Alright. I really should try to make like a clay assembly line. Alright. We got a lathe, so I can make screws now for dirt cheap. Actually, why did I even use my lathe during any of this crafting process? Now, the real issue with our coke ovens is we're going to be producing too much creosote for me to just bucket out easily. I have to emphasize easily just because we can still do it. It's not like to the point where we're producing too much to manually do it, but it's going to get a lot more annoying. Tomato. I've already eaten berries recently. I've not had carrots that recently. Throw the melon into the void. Throw the melon into the void. There we go. Just needless inventory clutter. Wait, I'm stupid. Well, actually, no. It's the lathe. I can throw in two. Throw one there. And while that happens, let me go get some last bits of clay for our coke oven expansion. That might be enough. I'm not sure, honestly. It is the exact amount. Alright? Yeah, so tin rod. Saw cut thing. So I'm throw that in there to get some screws. Then as you get more tin dust from that. Smelt that. Get its cable ready. Alright. Back over here. Go down to the bending machine. I think it's just a file and a hammer. This one. And yeah. Mixer. Probably should place it over there, but eh. Can't be bothered. Alright. or more. So grab some food. Guess we'll celebrate all the progress we've made with some baked potatoes. Really, the real thing I want to get right now is I really want to get annealed copper. Only issue with annealed is it's annealed. So I guess we can start making circuits for cheap once we get the blast furnace up and running. I also could get an arc furnace. So that's just copper casing. Yeah, so 63 oxygen gas. That's not hard. I can just throw that, get electrolyzer, and pump water into it. However, I could be wrong. Not sure. Alright. Alright, there was actually some really good progress today. I think I might call it for the day. Actually, no. Not that tired. Alright. This might just be worthwhile for us to start trying to produce some dirt. Because it's about time for us to expand our bonsai area. Then maybe I'll end it there. Never mind. Good way of getting that. I'm getting tired of using our sand and rotten flesh and sapling way. However, that then means we need a massacrator. Although, actually, let me update our list for what we've gotten. Ugh. Hold on, there's a massive ass earwig on the ground. Or not earwig, centipede. don't want the thing running around. After a casual murder, let me go grab a tissue to get that thing out of my room. Nasty creature. I just casually committed a murder. We are producing some serious charcoal now. Alright. Let's go get some more iron. Of all the insects in the world, centipedes and earwigs are like in my bottom like 3. They're awful. Gross little things. Alright. Have that up and going right now. Alright. Alright. This should help us with our steel supply. Although I think maybe our best call right now might just to begin work on increasing our steam. Like, I say we get our solid fueled boiler to be increased in size again. Then we should be pretty good from there. So, solid burner box. And then we need some high pressure boiler tanks. Sad thing is this is MV right there. But ooh. Alloy smelter saves us some steel. Cutting machine saves us some serious steel. Every cutting machine's gonna be a little bit annoying to get right now. Alright. Just need a bunch of bronze. Not Tinker's Construct bronze. So can I just produce it in smelter? Yeah, just need tin copper. Alright, we got our next goal. Spot for carbon dust right now. Then right there. Okay. Don't really symbol this. Doesn't save us much. We can save a bunch of bronze on producing the rods, I guess. So, I'm not sure how much we're going to need. Honest, it's going to be a lot. It's going to put a dent on our XP. So, how about 6 tin, 18 copper. That should be enough. If not, we do have that stockpile of essence berries in the chest. Have that be going again. Enjoy our baked potatoes. We still have iron being smelted in here. It shouldn't be a power-hungry recipe. It's a power-hungry recipe. At least what we're doing allows us to produce a bunch more power later. that. That's enough bronze for all of our plates. Although, oh no. I hear machines running. Why did I hear a machine run out of... Who's making pain noises? Everything? Ugh. So that's finishing. Just give the poor boiler a break. It's been running so long. About to make him be stronger, but... You're really struggling. Just... No, no. Let our steam recover. Alright. Now, who wants to be the one that's done throwing a tizzy fit? I'll let you run now. So that's finished, we'll then let the lathe run. So I just don't think the thing could have it couldn't handle the bending machine and the lathe at the same time. But it should be good now. Oh, we have bronze in another chest. We turn lathe machine back on. It's only one, but I guess one helps. What about that? Nope. That? No. We do, however, need... That is 1821 steel. Which we basically have. Have that be done producing. We need so many rods. Since I'm using the lathe for this, it's like super slow, but I don't want to waste all of our XP today. Also, we have a lot of essence. Over here, throw this in. Alright. With that, I was sort of zoning out into space. A place we'll never be allowed to travel to. Let's do just a little check. We're a little bit low on wood in these, but doing well in care soap. Head over here, we'll check out the blast furnaces. More steel, the better. How's the rods doing? We are going to have to make barely a bit more bronze, which is a little bit frustrating. We're going to be cutting this pretty close. However, unfortunately, we are going to have to make a little bit more. Alright, and with that, we should have enough bronze. Now we're just going to have to produce some iron. The only issue is we are now out. The rest of these I'll just make by hand. I just had to do that one. So I won't have an uneven number. Or so I would have an uneven number. Alright. Those have been made. Now, 18 to the bending machine, 3 to the lathe. Alright. 21, 42. 56? No, 54. So I need 54 total iron. So still need just an absolute just shit ton of iron. But we have a fix for that. It's called essence berries. Now we go sit on the XP tank for the next 10 minutes, just consuming these. But hopefully everyone's having a good day. Or night. It's 1:30 a.m. for me. Ugh. Nice. Then hopefully you're having a good morning. I really wish there was a faster way to go through these things. I guess I could get like... Actually no, that would just be outrageous. Trying to think of a way I could consume these essence berries at a reasonable rate. But for me to use machinery faster than this, that's going to be like an ungodly amount of power for LV. Like, if I need... I'm trying to think. Hold on, I need to press T. So 360 steam. I need a 4x4x1 of these to just produce enough steam to have one of these running. To have them be able to consume stuff faster than I consume by hand is like 20. Ooh, that's a lot of power I'm going to need to do that. Screw that, I'll just wait till benzene. Jeez. Like, is that really right? Doing the math in my head, I think that's what I have to do. Huh. Well, then again, I could be doing the math wrong. Could be a little bit more forgiving than I think. However, still, running 20 machines at once in LV is pretty impressive. Or less an expensive recipe like that. I have an easier time giving steady power to my EBF I'm going to be working on soon. Without batteries for backup. Although actually, while these smell, I'm going to do some research to see if scrap boxes can give me what I want for batteries. So, battery. Ugh. Alright. Well, HP until I get Tesla coins, but small battery hole, battery alloy. I need lead. I'm trying to remember what SB is. Mixing lead. There is actually going to be a little bit problematic. I don't think I can get batteries. Or actually, wait. I can't get that. Can I get... No, can't get that from scrap ops. We're gonna have to go with some weird way to get it. What's up? Streaming the video games. Welcome to the stream. Garden of Grind is the Skyblock challenge of gregtech New Horizons. So, yeah, it's Factorio music. But it's a gregtech New Horizons challenge that's Skyblock with a bunch of imposed rules to make it the hardest challenge of gregtech New Horizons. So, rules are you have to spawn in a world with nothing, not even a dirt block to stand on. So, you die until you eventually make a platform out of graves. But, you aren't allowed to go to dimensions, you're not allowed to use loot bags. Back when the disassembler was a thing, you weren't allowed to use that. So, it's a pretty rough challenge. But I've been enjoying it so far. Especially now that I'm out of the horrible grinding phase of the early game. So, let me just... How much wood do I have in stockpile? Not much. Yikes. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. That sounds like it would be interesting. Shush. No, you're out of power. I'm working on it. But... yeah, this challenge has had a lot of its ups and downs, if I would say. Like, right now it's not bad. Like, it's a unique thing of like trying to come up with a way to automate XP so I can get XP buckets. But early game was miserable. Farm infernals with your fist until you get a golden apple in a Thaumcraft loot bag that has a weakness potion. Like, actually, I'm trying to think what else was early game. But that was all just super early. Right now it's just farm berries for XP. And then craft that XP into useful stuff. But how far are you in your open computers? Nice. So I'm assuming you like gave yourself obviously some computers to start out with, and then one from there. Hey, you can take one from my book. Just find a way to automate XP with your computers and just one robot. I never really use open computers, so like at what stage of the game are you able to get another one? So I don't think it's LV or MV. Is it like HV? That's a hammer, not a wrench. Yeah, it sounds like an interesting challenge. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd say this challenge was super slow, but it has gained speed, like, significantly. Although, then again, to be fair, I was building multi-blocks using iron that I got from rare mob drops. So, however, with a lot of these challenge runs, you tend to find, like, it has their ups and downs in, like, speed. I feel like a lot of them start really slow. Well, minus, like, the no rocket run. And then pick up speed right where you go over your first cusp of the challenge. For yours, it's going to be HV. Or whenever you can make more robots. But the cusp with this one was getting bronze and... or getting tin, copper, ore berries from breeding crops. I need... Never know. What if you were wanting to just completely hate yourself and you do your open computers challenge, but with a garden of grind? Combined every challenge imaginable. Oh, I can make it for cheaper in the assembler. I really need to look at things. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Dumb ideas is how these challenges start. The funny thing is I started this challenge because someone was complaining about it in the Discord, like in the screenshot brag channel, and they're like saying how hard it'd be and how nothing's harder than this challenge. And I said, well, what if you did in hardcore? Because I didn't know what this challenge was, not knowing the beginning you have to die a significant number of times. Like, the really funny thing is, by the end of the, like, beginning game where I was making platforms out of my own graves, I had, like, 920 deaths at the end of that. Alright. Play. Play. Alright. it's interesting. I've not had yeah. So basically, the way, just quick little dumbed down summary of the beginning grind is you die some more until you finally get a platform. And then at that point, you make a little bit of a kill chamber so that when it's dark, skeletons spawn on this so you can punch them, but they can't get out. Normally, in the beginning game, you would either have dirt for your chamber, if you were lucky enough to get dirt from like your graves and go down. So you'd line the roof with dirt and then use the draconic item placing so mobs can't spawn on there. Yeah. So that's really just the main way you would get a lot of your stuff. You do that until you get the items to cure a zombie villager. You then make weird little boxes that are like 1x1 so you don't have to deal with like witches and infernals running around just killing you. Wait for a zombie villager to spawn, get the zombie villager, cure it, and then you get from your quest rewards the cookie you get at the very beginning is the only reason why I haven't lost my mind. Is with cookies you can make a cookie or a mystery arrow, which when you shoot a villager splits the villager into a baby version of whatever originally was, and then a random villager type. So you save scum until you get a lumberjack, and then you wait for the lumberjack to grow up, and then save scum until you get a proper trade that you want from them. Use them what you got from Infernals and buy your first tree. And that's how you start and get wood. And then from there, farm skeletons and zombies for iron. So you can crossbreed the potatoes and carrots you get from the zombies all the way up to tin, copper, and essence ore berries. Make tin, get like 120 iron, make the iron tank and an XP drain, and then use your XP in buckets that you've got from Duran creepers that you've murdered, to then finally get started on like actual progress. And like there's so many different parts of it that are like stupidly annoying and like difficult. Like for instance, lava is outrageously difficult to get. And the whole way you get lava is a whole entire process. You first need to go and get a blast furnace before you can get lava. You produce steel to make some of the forestry things like the centrifuge for forestry and the squeezer. But you also do need boiler, so you have to get sticky resin that you hopefully crossbred. However, that's then where the thing begins. You then also have to go into Thalmcraft to get lazurite seeds. But the way you go into Thalmcraft is you need heretic villager because you can't get wands. But you can get a heretic villager that sells you a wand that you then can use for Thalmcraft. Get the lazurite seeds so you get lapis to make a plate, but you already also need to get LV machines to be able to turn the lapis dust into a plate. And then finally from there, you get another villager that you save some. So you have to save some 3 separate villagers just for the process of getting lava. You have to save scum the heretic to get the wand. You have to save scum the librarian to get glass, and you have to save scum the beekeeper that's in that corner to get seared comb. That you then put the seared comb in a centrifuge to get phosphor, and then phosphor in a squeezer with cobblestone or sand to get lava. And that's how I got a cobblestone generator. Like, just so many weird random things you wouldn't think would be, like, horribly difficult. Until you, like, sort of look into them, and then it just becomes a nightmare. Well, there's a reason why I'm only in LV, yet I'm the second farthest world in this challenge. And the only world farther than me was originally a team of 8. Hold on. Yeah. Right now, it was sort of random. I started this when a couple other people started the challenge. So, there's a streamer called Died Courts. He was originally the second farthest. His world, I think, started back in March. My world, I started back at the beginning of May. Like, beginning May, late April. And he was second place until he started to slow down and lose motivation when he entered early LV. And I surpassed him because he only has a bending machine right now. I now have a lot more than just a bending machine. Hello? What the hell? Why is this thing refusing to form? Maybe. Well, that's gonna be a little bit annoying. I don't really have that much steel. I'm planning on making the quadruple blast furnace soon, but alright, I need 12. I need 2 more steel. Alright, hopefully. We are already out. Alright, this thing's formed now. Alright, it's got water. Yeah. That would be a pretty devastating, like, wall. Yeah. That would be a very rough thing to make where you're at than just wall of you can't get past this. There's throughout the history of this challenge, there's been a couple of those kinds of walls. In the sense of the earliest wall was MV, and it was lenses for MV, funny enough. And it's just you can't get exquisite gems for the lenses to then be able to use the precise laser cutter on the wafers. So that originally was the old roadblock of this challenge. But with an update to the pack, they made it so you can instead just laser a block or a plate of gems. So that no longer became a wall. And a lot of the really annoying stuff, like a lot of the stuff later on game, is really annoying because pretty soon I have to get scrap for everything. The scrap box is what's going to help me make a lot of stuff I can't get. Like, I am unable to get red garnet. I am unable to get. I can't get nickel. I can't get titanium, meaning all the titanium nickel I get has to be from scrap boxes. Um, all the gems I get have to be from scrap boxes. All the netherrack and chrome scrap boxes. Um, more gem. Can't get platinum, netherrack, or yellow garnet. So scrap box. Have to get tungsten from scrap box. Have to get endstone from scrap box. Have to get zinc from scrap box. Have to what's something else I can't get? Silicon. Sapphire. Like, I have to get a really intense scrap box assembly line going for later. Like, I actually. I already have a wall of progress that I have to overcome with the scrap box. Alright. But now we just have to wait. We need 6 steel. Which is such a long wait. Do I even have any steel right now? No, I do not. Which is unfortunate. Um, We do not have any steel. Alright. We really... It's a shame, because now we're just waiting on this to produce our, upgraded steam. So if I look at our checklist, we can cross off a couple more stuff. So, how about I just start taking things out that we no longer have? Alright. So I don't really think we need iron tank right now, so... One... Alright. I don't have a spot for number 2, but... Oh well. After, let me get this. I think I'm gonna end stream. It's 2 a.m. for me. Well, the funny thing is I started, stream after I got done with an 8-hour long road trip. Like, I got back, did stuff for like 20 minutes, and then started stream. Because I was just going to do a short little stream. And then I proceeded to get rated by Daddy Diddy with 115 viewers. Like, normally I average 4. Right now I have 48 people just lurking. So I'm like, they'll entertain the crowds. I don't have anything going on tomorrow. I have like a work meeting at 4 and that's it. Yeah. Well, sort of just like caught me off guard because like I'm 20 minutes into my stream and I have like I think 5 viewers at that moment, and for some reason I tried streaming on YouTube a little bit ago when the whole like Twitch debacle and drama happened because I wanted to see like what it was like to stream on another platform. So I changed my notification thing for like when people follow or like raid stuff like that, and I've got to change it back. So I'm sort of just sitting here, like yawning, nearly falling asleep, and I look over and I just see a raid from 115 people. Like, whoa. The nice thing is they're all people that watch a gregtech stream, so they don't even need to pay attention to what's going on there. They're mainly just here for the background noise and maybe occasionally look over and be like, I know that machine. I'm in, like, LUV. This dude's a peasant. I feel like that's like, well, a lot of streams, it depends on the community, because you have some communities where people are like really active and like actively talk a bunch. And then you have other communities where it's sort of just like people lurk and watch in the background. So it's the same amount of time with steel dust. Yeah. That's what I like as well, which is like why it's really weird for me right now. Like, the most people I've ever had at once before was 47. And now I have more than my max, but they're just like silently watching. I know like at least like two of them are hearing my voice right now. I'm getting a kick because they're judging every move I do. But I just need 3 more steel, and I can go to bed. Also, thank you for the follow. Maybe I can do while I wait as I go and harvest my XP that I've just neglected over here. Also go grab wood. Alright. Wow, everything's run. I actually didn't realize that everything was completely grown. Oh. Yeah, it's been like a weird stream for me. It's like I had that raid, I think, hold on. It's like, it's just been a crazy day for me. Oh. Yeah. Hopefully when I'm done harvesting the top layer and the bottom layer, I should have gotten, or spent enough time over here that the blast furnaces should finally be done. So, don't need cobblestone or an arrow. Throw that stuff into the void. Bottom row has been harvested. There's that one. Ugh. Alright. Well. Bottom row has been dealt with. Gonna go harvest the top. Then I can upgrade our steam production. Go to bed. I think next stream I will work on getting some more steam turbines so we can just have more power. And then after that, I think we'll move on to making the quadruple blast furnace. Thank you, Minecraft Cave Noise. Reassuring me that that's a good plan. Well, we are completely full, so now we collect XP as we walk, and hopefully we consume XP faster than we collect. Then we'll be able to make our steam furnace, or steam boiler, be better, and call it a day. Yeah, once again, thank you everyone that's been sticking around and lurking. Helps this channel out. And hopefully you all have enjoyed this content. Hopefully I've made good background noise for whatever you all have been working on. Because I'm going to drop these off, but I should have enough steel ready to make our goal. To grab our steel. Oh, there's like, there you go. I've been eating a potato recently. Here we go. Oh wait, I had enough to begin with. I'm just dumb. I'll make that later. I don't really... We have enough steam there for the, auto. Alright. That, and... place these things down. Alright. And with that, now have much bigger and better steam boiler. And also with that, I am going to end the stream for today. So once again, thank you all for being here. If you haven't followed, remember to follow. And I just ruined the funny number. Hold on. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Later. And goodbye.